clicked on this video because you want to understand if you can make money without showing your face on the camera, without building this personal brand thing. And I will commit one of the biggest sins in marketing. I will assume that you right now are asking yourself one of the very questions. First one is, does this have anything to do with the faceless channels bullcrap? Does this have anything to do with building like a AI influencer that you will have to run on IG? Or does this have anything to do with things like drop shipping and affiliate marketing? No, it does not have to do with any of those. Next question that you're asking yourself, and I'm going to help you solve it, is this thing legit? Now, let me show you. Hopefully the camera will focus on the orange ones. So these are the monthly spend, and by the way, the monthly ad spend started from zero, so I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then on the right you can see the monthly revenue. So here 438,000 spent in ads, 449, and blah blah blah, and then this is another business. But let's say you see the last one, 330, then $852,000 in a single month. So that's a really legit way to make money online, and you can start it literally with $0. I will just outline it for you. And then the last thing is, if this is going to be too complicated, too advanced for me to do it, this is designed to be doable for a person who can literally talk to other people and who can click buttons on the internet. That's it. You don't need to understand coding, AI, vibe coding, building influence, stuff like that. This works on a completely different premise, which is finding the right people. It's kind of unethical, I gotta admit, and mostly of what people are doing these days is unethical. I will explain it in a moment. So, how I turned my fear of camera into $8.9 million. It's like 2017, I'm this copywriter, I'm just starting to see like $10,000 months, and I'm ecstatic. And now I feel like I have to build this personal brand because everybody's talking about it. So, and it's super ego-driven thing. So, you know, I want it. I'm in my car, it's 4:45 in the morning, and I have 5 t-shirts in the back of my car. I have iPhone 6, and I am headed to an abandoned parking lot where my plan is to record 6 videos for the audience that I wanna talk to and where I want to build my personal brand. I parked there. There's nobody on that parking lot. It's literally 5 in the morning, so every normal human being is sleeping. I'm turning on the selfie camera, and I started sweating like a pig, like I'm drenched in sweat. For 30 something minutes I'm looking at the camera and I cannot say a single word. And I consider myself to be a pretty rational human being, so I'm talking to myself. I'm like, brother, what's going on? You know, you're not going live. There is literally not a single soul around you. Everybody's asleep. No one will know. Delete the fucking video when you're done. Man, swear to God, like another 20-25 minutes, not a single word out of my mouth. Later, I read online that some people react to the camera as if the gun is pointed into their head. So that's exactly who I was. And then fast forward 2 years, I'm talking to my mentor. I'm like, I need to build this personal brand. It's like, it's the thing. And he's like, yeah, look, you're right. You know, can you please do me a favor? I'm like, of course, anything. He's like, I'm gonna send you 1 million views. I want you to go to the bank and deposit the views. And I'm like, but. He's like, you're chasing the wrong thing. It's an ego metric. No one gives a fucking business world. With a personal brand, what you are effectively doing is you are building yourself a job. You're building a golden cage, and whenever you open the door of the cage and you get out, the business goes like this. With the thing that I'm going to show you, this thing will work regardless of where you are. The definition of business is that it has to work even better when you remove yourself out of it. So, step number 1, you start from the product, but unlike most people teaching you how to build trust me, courses are selling and courses will be sold forever as long as we are alive, because on YouTube and platforms, yes, everything is free, but everything is designed to be retention based. So there's really not that much value, and even if there is value, you're being distracted with all the lightnings and the cuts and the music and how he's been homeless in Mumbai and stuff like that, and you're not really getting the value. So courses are being sold and people are making hundreds of millions of dollars with courses. So you have two routes here. Route number one is you find a book on the topic that you want to join the party in. So you did the research, you see what people are looking for, what people are buying, where the demand is, and then you find an author who's been on Amazon and he published the book, let's say 5 years ago, and he has like 20 reviews and he maybe got like 500 sales or something. You contact them, you get them to create it for you. But the faster route is, and the one that we did, you buy 3 courses, but you don't go in like buy the courses from guys that are selling for $2,000. That's why I'm saying it's kind of unethical. You buy them on the random platforms that when you Google the courses and stuff, like those are legit platforms, but you can buy like a $3,000 course for $10 or something. You buy 3 of those, you transcribe those, and then you get into the Gemini or whatever GPT you're using, and then you go ahead and out of those 3 courses, you create like an outline for a single one. You get 11 labs so it can read it for you, you don't have to read it. Then you start structuring the modules. You basically model the courses, but you now have 3 instead of 1, so you can see what's a great thing to do to understand what to put inside your course and what to remove is to go on Amazon and find the books again, but then look for 1-star reviews and 5-star reviews. 1-star reviews will tell you what people disliked about the book, so you have to include it in your course, and then you can use it in your marketing because there's a demand and people are bitching and moaning about it, so you include it and you're like, hey, if you're wondering if we have X, Y, and Z, yes, everything is included inside. And then you go to 5-star reviews and you understand what people really loved about it. Completely ignore 2 or 3 and 4. Those are rational reviews, you want emotions. So when you have that, you can literally get like $20 a month of the worth of AI tools, and then you can get your course recorded. You can get, like, don't create the presentation yourself, none of that. You go pay $20 for Claude Code, for example, and it can build you the presentations, and then you get $9 more for 11 labs, and then it can read it for you. Now you have a product. What do you do next? Is you don't have any money, I will assume, so you cannot start advertising. What do you want to do is you want to go ahead and find influencers in that space that you decided to join and that your product is about. And then you want to find influencers who are having those good old posts, comment tags if you want me to send you why. And you go into their comments, and you can go on LinkedIn, you can go on Facebook, Instagram, those are the biggest ones. It's easier on Facebook and IG because LinkedIn has their preventions of who you can DM and whatnot. So you find those influencers, you will see like 500 people sometimes commenting under those posts, and you start DMing them. But here's the offer, because you will need their expertise. They will be here when you start scaling and when you go to, this is literally like in 60 days you can make 100K. You start DMing them, and the offer is, I have this thing, I will walk you through it, I will work with you, it's gonna be hybrid of a done for you. And the point of all this is, if you master what I'm going to teach you, I will sell this for $1,000. I will sell it to you for $297. But the point is, that's all. Like, you can frame it however you want. You offer them to hire them after they go through your course and after they understand what is the point and how people are getting results, and even better if they get the result themselves. So whatever you're teaching here, whatever you got from all of the courses and the books and the comments and everything, whatever you assembled here, you find people who are commenting under the post of the big influencers, you start DMing them. Out of 100 people, you'll get 2-3 to say yes, because your offer is going to be, hey, go through this and then I will pay you monthly, I will pay you $5K a month in order to be the coach in my business. And when you have that, you will be having here, let's say 3 people, you'll get $1,000. You can immediately go into the next step, which is the marketing. Now, How do you go with the marketing if you don't know how to write a sales letter, if you don't know copywriting, if you don't know how to do media buying, funnels and stuff like that? One of the best things that you can do for these people as well, and for copywriters, media buyers, funnel builders, is you can go into big groups and you can write a post hiring, and let's say 250K OT. OT stands for on target earnings. So you're offering 250,000, you're hiring a copywriter, on target earnings 250K. Another group, you're hiring a media buyer, on target earnings 250K. You're hiring a funnel builder, on target earnings, whatever. You get on the call with them and you tell them, hey, I have this product and I have people already consuming the product. There's a demand, I verified. Now I want to scale, but I don't want to pay you nothing. I want to give you a percentage of the business. You're a copywriter, you've been working for 10 grand a month, and then you see people make $500,000 off of the things that you're doing and you get nothing. So I want to strike a deal with you. I want to give you 5% of the company, or 3 or 10, depending on where you are in the journey and how many people you already have. So you don't pay them anything. And then you get a copywriter who's going to write all of your pages, all of your emails, everything. Then you do the same for the media buyer. Like, hey, we are just about to start the ads. I have $1,000 from here. I will give you, let's set up the ads right after we have a funnel builder and a copywriter finish the funnel. Then you have to have the basic understanding. I will break down the funnel for you that can sustain crazy amounts of ad spend a month. And what you have here is, so let me give you the breakdown of the funnel actually. So you have an ad that goes to test landing page or test straight to VSL, because sometimes if you don't have strong emails here that are getting people to watch and do the stuff that you want, then you want to completely avoid this part, because you're preventing people to see your VSL, and this is the most important part. They watch a VSL, then they go here and they buy your product. But now, since you have your 3 guys who finished the course, and now you can hire them, or you can also offer them percentage of the business, because you can do this with like $0 out of pocket. You then have here as an upsell another VSL. This one is like 45 to like 90 minutes. This one is 10 to 12 minutes. In this one, you get people to hop on a call with the experts you got here. So this VSL goes back to these people here, and they are running basically a book a call funnel that's bolted on the funnel that you have. You have a calendar here, they hop on a call, and then you decide if they understand the product enough, if they can sell, and you have to talk to them, you have to understand the basic principles. They have to establish the problem that someone has. They have to establish what that problem is implying, what is happening in their life because of the problem they have. Then you have to establish the future. What is the thing that they want, and then what will be the implications when they get the thing they want, and then you want to build a bridge, which is your product that's going to give them that thing. If they cannot do it, you get good old closers that are working also on percentage of the thing that you're selling at the back end, and then you use these guys here as coaches. So you have your VSL, your booking calls, you have closers, they are working on 15-20% depending on the team that you find. You get one and you book his calendar, and then he closes something for you for 10, 12, 15 grand. We did 18. So we sold here for 497, and the same thing that we were selling here when it was hybrid done for you at the back end, that we were selling over the phone, we did it for $18,000. Basically everything the same, but we are doing the things for you. So we get you to train VAs, they will establish the company, they will find the leads, they will do XYZ. So you feel like you're a business owner, not really someone who's doing everything manually. And this is literally the blueprint. From here, you sell one high ticket thing for let's 12 grand, and you talk to your partners, so your copywriter, your funnel builder, your media buyer. You're like, hey, let's do this, guys. until we hit 40 grand a month, we'll reinvest everything into the business. We'll hit 40 grand. If we do a decent job with these, we'll hit 40 grand in 2 weeks, because you have like to make 3 sales here, and then constantly you're selling this for $497 or $997. So you're reinvesting in ads, and the media buyer has his job to do, and the copywriter is doing his job. So everything is working based on a future value that we are going to provide for them. And then until you have, let's say, hit 30K, you can spend $1,000 a day. You're not going to touch the money that is coming back into the business. You have to pay the closers. They are not the part of the deal, but you can get them as well to be the part of the deal. But if you get a company of closers, which is the best, something I highly recommend, unless you know some really good closers yourself, get a company, because they have their sales meetings, they have their leader who is torturing them to get on calls, to be better closers, to learn, to prepare and stuff like that. So this is the complete outline. You start reinvesting in ads, and then you will be seeing on your VSL the bigger one that's selling something from $497 to maybe $1,997. I wouldn't go over $997. So $497 to $997 VSL, you get 20-30 people. Then you get them on a VSL, they watch the VSL, they can book a call. But what do you do with the people that do not buy? Well, you send them back here into the emails, because you have your copywriter. And then you're sending nurture emails where you're showing the results that people are getting for enrolling into your high-ticket stuff, for buying. And then you decide, you, for example, promote 1 week the thing that you're selling here for $497. So here it was $1,000. You offer them a discount inside the emails. Make sure you include your buyer so they don't see that you're offering a 50% discount. And then next week you're like, hey, okay, they are not buying this, but let's see if they are going to buy this. So this is 18K, and then you promote 1 week, you offer value, and then you can join. Next week you offer value, hey, do you want to book a call? And then you send them to this VSL so you can warm them up, and so they understand what they are hopping on call for. And this is literally the entire business. This is the business that in like 30 months ended up doing closer to $15 million. But I did the math for this. We in 18 months spent around $3 million, $3,060,000, something like that, and we got back $8,942,000. So effectively 3xing the money on such a crazy scale. That's it. Hope you will model this. Hope you will not let this go to waste. And I will see you in the next one.